Coffee and convo, y'all. Let's get it. Yo, salute to everybody already here in the building. You guys know what time it is. Welcome to the latest installment of the Coffee and Convo show. I am your host, Graphk Raider Man. Salute to the greatest chat in YouTube history. As always, I appreciate every single one of you guys. Make sure on the way in, you wipe them feet. That means get those likes up and also hit that subscribe button if you guys are not subscribed yet. There's a lot to talk about today. Day 2, the pads are on. The guys are indoors, no longer outside in that scolding heat in Las Vegas. A presser to speak on. Man, there's a lot to talk about. Adam Butler had some interesting choice words for one former teammate and one guy that is on our offensive line right now that looks like they're battling for the center spot. Also, Pete Carroll had some interesting things to say about a former Pro Bowler, former Super Bowl winner out there in Tampa Bay. We're going to talk about that as well. But once again, man, salute to Green Dot Gang. I see Loso, CGR, one of the Mob Fathers is in the building as well. Salute to all my people in the building, man. Green Dot is heavy. If you guys want to become Green Dot, hit the link. It's pinned up top. Definitely helps us keep the lights on. Once again, over here at OLV Raiders Network, man. And also in the chat, let me know where you guys are watching. What city, what state, where you at? Are you in traffic? Are you at work? Are you at the girlfriend's house? Are you at the side chick's house? Are you at the side chick's house? Let me know in the comments section. And salute to Terminator. I don't know what's going on with the green screen today, but we're looking really Terminator-ish out here with the green screen, man. But salute to Nada, Mr. Patrick. Salute to the Mokes. No salute to Ant. Disgusting human beings. Salute to Josh, Paper Chase, Austin Collins, Ron Justice, Mr. Patrick B. Salute to all you guys. Appreciate you guys for being here. Salute to Yeti Strain as well. My guy here is in the building watching from Indiana. My dog. Salute to you. Let's get to it, man. Interesting presser today. I don't know if you guys got an opportunity to see what Adam Butler had to say about JPJ. He was on his presser and he had some interesting choice words because once again, they're still interchanging JPJ and Jordan Meredith right now at the center position, which is very interesting. Once again, I'm not here to act as though Jordan Meredith is going to win the center spot. That is JPJ's job. I see a bunch of people out there saying that they don't want to just anoint JPJ as the next center of the future. Well, I got to disagree. That is the best center that we have on this roster. I don't want to see JPJ back at guard. I don't want to see him anywhere outside of that center position. But this also lets me know that they're high on Jordan Meredith, and they want him to compete all across the O-line. Those two guard spots are not promised to anyone yet, you guys. Once again, Alex Kappa, veteran, came over from Cincinnati, had a rough year last year, one of the roughest years for any offensive lineman in football last season. And then, you know, you got Parham there at the left guard spot, which I do have him starting right now if week 1 was right around the corner. But Meredith, to me, needs to compete with one of those guard spots. This is JPJ's job. But Adam Butler says something interesting today, you guys. He said that – I want to bring this up. I want to bring this up because I don't want to butcher this, man. Real quick, salute to everybody once again in the building. Salute to everybody that's also out there covering the Raiders today indoors at Henderson. Salute to just all the beat writers, all the guys with the boots on the ground covering our favorite team. Adam Butler said this. He's a real big fan of Jackson Powers Johnson, said he sees him as an all-pro guard at some point. He also, during the presser, did speak highly of Jordan Meredith as well. So, but some interesting words This is coming after, once again, one day JPJ is starting with the ones. The next day Meredith is starting with the ones. Pete did allude to the fact that they're battling. This is the word that he used during his presser in terms of Jordan Meredith and JPJ. They're battling. I'm not buying it. I think, honestly, they want to see what they have with Jordan Meredith, former UDFA. I believe he came out in 2022, I believe. Had a really good season for us last year. They're battling. Honestly, I want to see Meredith battling right now. Well, at least here in the near future for one of those guard spots. This is JPJ's job. I hope and pray, you guys, the Raiders do not mess this up. I pray to God they do not go the AP route that he went last season, having JPJ start at the guard spot. I know we had Andre James out there. I know he was the veteran of the group on that O-line, but he made a nasty decision playing JPJ at the guard spot, even with Andre James on that roster. I understand, once again, we've said this the last few days, that they want Meredith to get reps with Geno Smith just in case he is the backup, because JPJ has dealt with some injuries in the past. So maybe this is just a situation where they're trying to get him as many reps as possible, build some camaraderie, build some chemistry, some communication with Geno Smith, just in case something happens with JPJ. But once again, I don't want to look too deep into this, and I'm not going to lose my shit because I don't think that they can screw this up. JPJ is the best center that we have on this roster. And, they're battling. I don't buy it. Adam Butler, JPJ can be an all-pro guard at some point. I don't buy it. Could he be at the guard spot? Definitely. But he could be an all-pro future Hall of Fame type talent. And yes, I'm saying that at the center position. I do not want to see him play any spot outside of the center spot. So let me know how you guys feel about this. Once again, Adam Butler did state that JPJ could be an all-pro type guard down the line. Pete Carroll did say that Jordan Meredith and JPJ are battling. Those are the words, battling for that center spot, starting center spot. We shall see. Salute to LV Maximus, my brother in the building. Also, salute to Brandon as well on the 5-hour special. Shout out to my son, Daniel Curtis. Happy 19th birthday, man. Happy birthday to Daniel Curtis, and salute to my guy, Brandon Curtis, always coming through and blessing the channel. I appreciate you, my brother. As always, everybody in the comment section, let him know happy birthday. Salute to my guy, LV Goldie, in the building, and the mod father himself is in the building as well. Hug Dizzle. Salute to him. Get those likes up, you guys. Wipe them feet. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are not subscribed yet. We talked about the Adam Butler situation. He also spoke, which was kind of weird. They asked him about Christian Wilkins, right? And we don't want to talk too much about, on this show about Wilkins. He's no longer a Raider, but this kind of adds on to what we were kind of talking about yesterday, you guys, with the whole alleged sexual harassment case and so on and so forth. They asked Adam Butler about Wilkins, and he didn't want to comment on him specifically. This is coming from Tashawn Reed on Twitter, and I watched the presser myself, but implored players who are going through something to get whatever assistance they may need. That says a lot right there. Once again, but said players who are going through something need to get whatever assistance they may need. This is coming off of a day where Adam Scheffler and Pat McAfee were saying that it was a kiss on the forehead. And once again, I'm hearing totally different things behind the scenes, that it's even worse than that. I've heard from multiple people now. After the show yesterday, I spoke about this because one of my guys out there that was on the ground told me about it. I've heard from 2 or 3 separate people, you guys, now, that it's way more deeper than a kiss on the forehead. So, and this kind of puts a bow on it right there, right? Looks as though Christian Wilkins is actually going through something. I don't know what it is, but once again, salute to him. I hope that Christian Wilkins, whatever it is he's going through, he finds his way through it. He's a very talented football player. I hope that he lands somewhere at some point and plays at a high level. He's 29 years old. I think he has maybe 3 or 4 seasons left to play at a really high level. I'm hoping that whatever it is he's going through, if he is going through something, that he definitely gets some help with it. But Adam Butler said, if you are going through something, get some whatever assistance they may need in order to get right. Some choice words right there. Nose ring, y'all. Nose ring. No bugger. What do you guys think about that? It's kind of interesting with those words that Adam Butler put towards Christian Wilkins. Shout out everybody in the nation. I'm one of the newest members, but don't get it twisted. I'm from the East Coast, ready for this year. I'll be at the Washington game. Raider Nation for life. Salute to my guy, North Carolina Raider Rue. Appreciate you, brother. Salute to you. Salute to the East Coast Raider fans out there, and appreciate you on the $20 holler. And I may see you at the Commanders game, my brother. So stay tuned. Salute to you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you on the $20 smackaroonie. Salute to Intel. Shefty and Wilkins share the same agent. So that's the reason the story went up. Yes, exactly. And that's what we were going to kind of talk about here in a minute was Intel. I don't want to talk too much about this situation, but yes, this seems like a cleanup on aisle, 9 type situation. Cleanup on aisle 9 to me. It seems like his guys are trying to get ahead in the media to paint this narrative that it's just this when it's actually that. If you guys kind of get what I'm saying here. So salute to my brother Intel, man, always pulling up. Definitely more accurate. And this is coming from people within the building that actually seen this. And then once again, when you take these words from Adam Butler, right, it's like, does that sound like a kiss on the forehead, you guys? For someone to say, you know what, I'm going to leave it alone, man. Adam Butler hit the nail on the head, man. Simple and plain. There's more to this situation than a kiss on the forehead, man. Salute to LV Maximus, my brother. If you know, you know, right? Graphk, the tea is brewing. More to the story. LV, you have never lied, my brother. Salute to my guy who's been out there every step of the way at training camp, holding it down, sending Shieldmore a bunch of updates. Salute to my guy, man. LV is a phenomenal human being, big Raider fan. Salute to my brother, LV Maximus. And you are right, brother. There's more to this story. And once again, we spoke about some of this yesterday. There's even more to it, even than what we talked about yesterday. Way more. So, once again, I hope that they can clean this up behind the scenes. I don't need this to trickle down into the regular season. We have a big season ahead of us, you guys. This is a big year for our Raiders. Year one, Pete Carroll, Geno Smith, year one at the quarterback spot. Max in the pinnacle of his career. He's healthy. Malcolm healthy. This is a big year. Year one with Ashton Genty in the fold. We have to get this thing right, man. And I'm hoping that whatever it is that's going on behind the scenes stays behind the scenes. They can come to an agreement, keep it quiet, move on, sweep it under the rug, and let's keep it moving. Because once again, football is almost here. And that's what's most important is that and not the drama that seems to follow our Raiders constantly, man. So salute to my brother, LV Maximus, man. And mind you guys, drama follows every team in the NFL. We just don't watch them as closely as our Raiders. I see a lot of people, this is a Raider. It is a hell of a Raider move, right? But every single year, every team goes through something. Now, this kind of situation is a little weird, but once again, when you have that many guys in the locker room, grown men, shit happens. It is what it is. And things happen constantly, even with upper management, the owners, a lot of it. It happens in every organization. You know what I mean? But it just seems as Raider fans, because we love our team so much, that it's just us. It's not just us. Salute to my brother Intel, man, with a bomb. Salute to my guy, man. I appreciate you, my brother Intel. As always, salute to my guy, man. Always a blessing to see my brother Intel hit me with a bomb. My brother, love, love, love. Always great to see my guy Intel in the building. Always shows great comments in the comment section, and also always comes through and helps us keep the lights on over here at Shieldmore. My brother Intel, salute, my brother. Forever indebted, my guy. Appreciate you, man. Let me see. Yeah, and LV, that's exactly what it is. The team is trying to move on and let the legal system do their work. This is facts. And you've seen it. Pete Carroll did not want to talk about it at the presser today. He just said, look, we're not speaking about that. We're moving on with what we have, and that's that. You know what I mean? And hopefully whatever it is that's going on, I'll be figured out here soon. But Pete did not want to speak on it. And once again, Adam Butler didn't want to really put a name on it, but he did speak about the situation without trying to personally attack Christian Wilkins, his former teammate. And once again, I don't know what player. This is one thing I'm going to tell y'all now. I don't know what player was involved in this situation or players, because it sounds as though there's more than just one. But I don't know if Adam Butler is. But once again, with those choice words of, if you need help, go get help. Butler knows something about this situation. Salute to my brother Intel once again on the $100 smackaroonie, man. Salute to my guy, Mr. Patrick B. I'm going to be at Gillette week 1. Have not seen the team live since Vince Evans was quarterback. Wow. salute to my guy, Mr. Patrick B. Have a good time out there, my brother. Real talk, man. Represent for the nation. We need it. I wanted to make it out there week 1. My guys did not want to go. Salute to Hammer. Salute to Wasted. They said, we are not going to Boston. And they have their personal reasons. They're from the East Coast. And they were like, we're not going there. So I was like, okay, well, I guess we're not going to New England in week 1. So it is what it is. Salute to Patrick, man. Have a good time out there, my brother. Salute to Pacian, JPJ, future all-pro guard, mentioning Meredith. Only those two. Help me with the left guard, center, right guard, puzzle graph. I spoke about it at the beginning of the show. We're about 15 minutes in. So if you missed it, Pacian, I'll kind of double back real quick here. I don't really think that there's too much to this. Honestly, I don't know if Brendan Carroll looks at JPJ as a guard, which would be very interesting because I don't. Can he be a great guard? Yes, but he can be an even better center. Adam Butler spoke about it, saying that he can be an all-pro guard at some point down the line. I don't know if Adam Butler is assuming that he's going to be a guard. Right now, Parham has the left guard spot on lock, and then Alice Kappa has the right guard spot on lock. Jordan Meredith, they like him a lot. They brought him back this season. They're just trying to find a way to have him on the football field as much as possible. I really, truly believe they're really high on Jordan Meredith, and maybe they're just trying to light a fire under JPJ. Maybe after the statement of walking up to, Ashton Genty, hey, I'm your center, and so on and so forth. And maybe him kind of just after the story, where he said that he went up to AP and was like, I'm going to be the center. I'm going to be the center. Maybe they're trying to light a fire. I don't know, but I don't really understand this. I understand that Meredith is getting some reps out there. I spoke about this a ton, you guys. I think that it's smart to have your backup center, which it looks like he'll be a backup center and potentially a backup guard if he doesn't beat Parham or Kappa for one of those guard spots. But you want to see somebody out there getting some reps. Pete Carroll has been around this game a long time, you guys. He has seen centers go down year in and year out, right? And he wants to make sure that whoever is the backup out there, regardless if it's JPJ, which would be absolute insanity, that they have some type of chemistry with the quarterback one. So it makes sense why Geno is out there getting reps in with both guys. If I'm a betting man, you guys, 99.9%, I'm putting my money down on JPJ. Simple and plain. I think it would be a massive mistake, organizational malpractice even, if they put JPJ at the guard spot and start Jordan Meredith at the center position. But who am I? I'm just a Raider fan, YouTuber, podcaster. It is what it is. But this is kind of crazy to me. It just doesn't make any sense, Pace. But if I'm a betting man, once again, Colton, Parham, JPJ, Kappa, Glaze. That's your starting five on the O-line moving forward. Terrence, what's kind of crazy, man, with this situation? I've seen a couple people stating that it looks as though Jacorian is kind of falling out of favor there, that he doesn't really have the intangibles, the size, the measurables to fit with what Pete Carroll was trying to do, right? And it doesn't really make any sense to me. I seen that Vinny B said he was 5'10". The last I checked, he was 6 foot, you guys. I don't know where the hell that came from. 5'11", 6 foot. Maybe he doesn't want a guy on the shorter end of the spectrum out there starting for him on the boundary. He has played with the ones, he's played with the twos, and he's played with the threes. It looks as though today D-Cam was out there getting some team one reps with Stokes, but it sounds like the leaders potentially to start for us right now, and I've seen this from numerous people in the building, and I've spoke to a few other people, that Darian Porter in year one will be a starter on the boundary, opposite of DeCameron Richardson, which is interesting, which is actually great. A guy in his second year, rookie deal, can learn a ton under Pete Carroll and Graham as a duo. But it sounds like Stokes would be like a rotational guy, Jacorian to be a rotational guy. But I don't even know. I mean, it would be kind of crazy if they didn't keep Jacorian around. Pete even gave praise to JT Woods, the guy that we just brought in off the streets. Former Charger, Bear, where else did he play? Chargers, Bears, and was it Seattle, I believe? I think he played for a few teams. But he even said that he, kind of fits the mold of what they're trying to do in that secondary. So going to be interesting. Enrique, I wouldn't be against or opposed having Jacorian play in the slot. I know that they're really high on Harper and Darnay to battle it out right there for that. And then once again, I've said this a million times, you're going to see those safeties in those nickel packages play in the slot as well. Palamau and drawing a blank here, you guys. Chin. So, but kind of interesting, man. I'm kind of shocked. If I thought Jacorian going into this season was going to be a clear-cut starter if he was healthy. It looks as though he's over those shoulder injuries. He looks like he's in immaculate shape. But hey, Pete has a way of going about his business. He knows more about the DBs than me. He is a guy that has brought the best out of every guy in every room that he's had thus far. So I'm not going to question anything that Pete Carroll does with those corners. He knows best. If it's DCAM and Darian Porter, so be it. If it's Darian Porter and Stokes, so be it. If it's DCAM and Jacorian, I'm here for it. But he likes that room a lot, you guys, and he's excited about it. So I'm going to trust our head coach to get it right with those DBs. Let me see. But Terrence, I don't know if currently the best DB we have. I don't know that because, once again, we do not know what we have with Darian Porter yet. We don't know what we have with JT Woods. Yes, he's been kind of a practice squad guy up to this point. He hasn't had a ton of reps at all at the NFL level, but he likes Stokes a ton, right? In his rookie year, Stokes played really well out there in Green Bay, and then injuries started to pile up. So we don't really know what we have with some of these guys. I don't want to just declare Jacorian the best corner that we have right now because, once again, we don't know what we have with these guys. And then DCAM in this system with Pete Carroll in the mix with Graham, they may be able to unlock his full potential because, once again, the guy never had a pick at the collegiate level. He already got one yesterday, I believe, at camp, first day of pads. So, we'll see if they can turn this guy into a ball hawk, not only a short tackler and a good guy in coverage, but also a guy that could potentially become a ball hawk. So we'll see. Salute to my brother LV, man. It's Christmas Day. FedEx just delivered my season tickets. Do me a favor, LV, if you can, brother. Send me the video of you opening them. I would love to post it all over and give you your credit, put it on YouTube and all that good stuff. Send me the video if you can, big bro. I would love to share it. Put some attention on it. My brother LV is a season ticket holder every year. So yeah, you know what? I'm going to have to pull your card this year and see if I can steal one of them tickets from you, LV, and go kick it with you this year. Because guess what? I am booking a flight to Vegas, if not tonight, tomorrow. So stay tuned, and I will give you the dates, LV, of when I will be out there. Because I have a new Raider anthem to record. So I got to get out there ASAP. So we'll definitely link up when I touch down. Salute to my brother Hug on a $10 smackaroony. Leg day got me walking like grandpa after a prostate exam. Pray for my hammies. They are trying to revolt. Just don't tell Christian I don't need that smoke. Salute to my brother Hug D's on the $10 special, man. Keep getting it in, my brother. I'm proud of you, man. Keep grinding, bro. Salute to Mr. Patrick B. Man, you guys are going crazy in the chat today. I appreciate you guys. Do you see us making a small splash type signing before week 1? And if so, what position and or what player? I don't. God forbid, knock on wood, no one gets injured. And it looks as though we've been able to avoid the injury bug up to this point. I know Jermaine Pratt was dealing with something slight, but he's back out there. Wilkins is no longer on this roster. So we're intact in terms of health right now. So I don't think so. But if we did, Patrick B., I would assume it'd probably be a corner or a defensive end. We got Snowden, we got Tyree, we got Max, we got Kuntz. I'm really high on Ja Joyner. I'm hoping he can find a way to make this roster, but it would probably be another edge rusher, or a corner. We already brought in JT Woods, DB, right? Who's to say he's not just a camp body? That's what I'm thinking he is, but maybe Pete has different plans for him. We brought in a Tony Mafi, a guard off the streets, former New England Patriot. Maybe he, can make this roster. I don't think we're going to look anywhere else on the offensive line. If I'm a betting man, once again, I know you guys are probably tired of me saying that, defensive end or potentially an extra corner to add some more depth in that room. Salute to my guy, Patrick B. Ski Mask, my dog, man, my brother. Let's talk about how different Geno looks compared to any quarterback our Raiders have had in decades. I'm pumped. I'll be at the Commanders game with the wife. You're going to be tailgating pregame. Hopefully, brother, I'll keep you in tune with what we have going on. That is definitely a game, though, that we have marked on our calendars as Shillmore is trying to get together and do our annual road game. So stay tuned. I know I'll be in Indianapolis, and we're still trying to figure out this whole Commanders thing. But that is a game that we're definitely trying to get to. So I'll keep you posted, man. Have fun regardless if I'm not there. And if I am there, let's get a beer, Ski Mask. Salute to you and your wife, my brother. Let me see. Salute, man. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. Salute to everybody watching also on Twitter. I appreciate you this morning. Pulling up, having some fun with us on this coffee and convo. I moved the show back. I seen that my brother Hammer was doing a show and he wanted to cover the presser. So I took a step back and just set my show back an hour late. So my apologies for those who are waiting. I just didn't want to step on my brother's toes. I know he doesn't get a chance to do this too much because he works so much. So I wanted to make sure that I allow my bro, not allow him, but, just to give him his room to breathe with his platform. So, salute to LV, man. Let me see. I think he said something about, hold on. Let me find this real quick. I think he says something about Alex Bachman. And I was hearing that he was looking really good out there. I didn't hear about any injury, LV. I heard he was looking really good out there and that they're really high on him on that offensive side of the ball, that he keeps making play after play. So interesting. Alex Bachman is hurt this morning. Waiting to see how he is. Okay. Maybe I just haven't been in tune. I didn't get any update on that situation. So I hope Alex Bachman is cool. Once again, it sounds like he's making plays out there. And that's a good thing to see because I'm waiting to see how the bottom of that wide receiver room shapes out. Tucker, Thornton, Besh, Jacoby. I mean, those guys are just signed, sealed, and delivered. Those are your four guys. And then Tommy Malott can potentially be the fifth guy. And then we have a few other guys battling for those last spots. So it's going to be interesting to see if Alex Bachman can find a way to make this roster. And if he is hurt, how severe it is. If not, man, they may have to move on from him. Hopefully, Alex Bachman is okay. Tickle, did y'all talk about Thornton TD catch already? We talked about the one yesterday. Definitely. Hammer, it's good to see you in the building, my brother. I did not know you were even in the chat. Did he have another one today? I didn't see that he had another one today. I know that he had that long, 75 yarder yesterday from Geno. That was beautiful. But I don't think he had another one today. But salute to Dante. And I was just talking to his people, his manager and his representation yesterday. Man, phenomenal human beings. Dante is not only a great football player and a great person, he is surrounded around a bunch of great individuals, man. I'm telling y'all now, man, like we got some things in the works. Stay tuned. Great team. That Dante's going to be in this league for a long time because of the people he keeps around him and also how much he takes this game of football so serious, man. So, but yes, we talked about that video yesterday. That was phenomenal. I shared it on all my platforms. Phenomenal catch by Dante, and even greater throw from Geno Smith. Geno is good, but he ain't the second coming of Breeze. I mean, who is? Ask about. I mean, we're not expecting Geno Smith to be the second coming of Drew Brees. Drew Brees is one-on-one. He's one of the better quarterbacks of all time. I mean, when you think of top 10, 20, top 15 quarterbacks, Drew Brees is probably right there. So at least top 20. And I don't think anybody thinks of Geno Smith as a top 20 quarterback. So I don't know where that came from. I know you probably have ties potentially to New Orleans. I read the article and I seen the Saints stuff. So I don't know if that's why you're saying that. And then you also talked about Joe Woods yesterday, Ask a Bum. So I'm assuming that you have some type of ties to the Saints. But I'm not expecting Geno Smith to be the second coming of Breeze. I'm expecting Geno Smith to be Geno Smith. Yes, definitely heard that Greedy Vance is showing out. They said when the pads came on, Devin White, Greedy Vance, Jamal Adams, and a few others have been showing out. And that is a good sign that Greedy Vance could potentially find a way to make this roster as a UDFA at a USC. That's great. I know Pete Carroll would love to have a few USC guys on this roster, right? Palomao's out there, Greedy Vance. That would be great. But I'm hearing really good things about Greedy Vance. And he picked off Aiden O'Connell, was it yesterday or the day before, I believe, as well. So it's great to see. And that's just such a cornerback name, 6'7", Greedy Vance. That just sounds like a dude that's going to go out there and get you a bunch of picks. Just greedy motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that name, Greedy Vance. Like, with that kind of name, I'm assuming that he's going to go out there and do some damage. So that's probably one of the better names in football. But yes, I'm hearing Greedy Vance, Jamal Adams, and then Devin White. They named a few others as well. And salute to Devin White. This is what Pete Carroll had to say. He is back. That form that he was in the past, he's back. And then during his presser, he said that he's back as well. And it's just great to get out there with his teammates and have fun again. Devin White had a pick, I believe, today, right? Was it today on Geno Smith in the end zone, which is great because we need somebody in that linebacking core to step up in coverage, right? We don't know, Landon is a guy that's going to play the run at a high clip. He's not going to be that cover guy. Jermaine Pratt, semi-cover, more of a, ton of tackles. He's a short tackler. He's a guy that can play the run at a high clip. If Devin White can step up in that linebacking core and kind of be that guy, that sideline to sideline guy, potentially, man, this may be a fun season. And I'm telling y'all now, that second level of our defense is way better than these past few years that we had in that linebacking core. I'm sorry. I love Robert Spillane. Wasn't that high on Divine Diablo. This linebacking core on paper is way better than what we have had in recent memory. I don't care what anybody says. I'll die on that hill with Jermaine Pratt, with Landon, with Devin, with Tommy, with Ferrari and all these guys. This can be one of the better units on our defensive side of the ball, period. I'm telling y'all now, if they can find a way to stay healthy, this could be a fun unit there in the second level of our defense. Salute to Hug, man, my dog. Man, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Gifting 10 OLV Raiders Network memberships. My brother, man, salute to you and salute for everything that you do for the channel as well. Salute to all the new members in the building because of the GOAT himself, Hug D's. If you guys missed out on those 10, hit the link. It's pinned up top. It definitely helps us keep the lights on, man. Hug, my brother. Love you, bro. Thank you so much. Demon King says, my brother Jason's in the building. Geno is going to be solid, top 12 quarterback this season. This is facts. Facts. That's why I ask a bum. I got love for you, brother, but I'm just trying to figure out why, they're two separate guys. Like they have no connection there. Salute to James. Graphk, great show as always. Feel the guard play and run defense will be the keys to our season. Team will be so much better. Raiders. Appreciate you, my brother. Real talk, man. Appreciate you on the kind words, and I definitely agree with you, man. Salute to my guy. Lodi. What up, big homie? Shout out to the good work y'all do for the nation. I appreciate you, man, and thank you for being a member for 21 months. That means a lot, man. Salute to you. Let's go over to Twitter, you guys. Let's go over a few highlights today. We talked about the Adam Butler situation and what he was talking about in regards to JPJ and then Christian Wilkins. We'll go over a few plays as well, a few different tweets that were out there from guys that were on the ground level watching this today. We talked about Pete Carroll on Devin White. He's back. Once again, White did have a pick, and he had a sack today. This is coming from Tashawn Reed, who was out there watching the team first, right there. You know what I mean? A pick and got to the quarterback. That's great. Raheem Mostert was not out there again, you guys. Once again, he just had a baby, so he will be missing the next few days, which is all good. He's a veteran, 33 years old. I'm not worried about Raheem Mostert missing any time. But also, man, what's bigger than the gift, of having a child, man? So salute to Raheem Mostert. Salute to him and his wife on having, I believe, a daughter. So he's not out there just yet. We talked about Jackson Powers and Jordan Meredith battling for the center spot. It looks as though Jordan Meredith was out there with the starters again today. So yes, Dante Thornton did have another touchdown today. Salute to my guy, Dante. Let's go. In 11-on-11s, red zone drills, Geno Smith hit Dante Thornton over the middle for a TD. On the next snap, though, Devin White picked him off back and forth early in practice. So it was good to see some back and forth between the offense and the defense. Man, this is just so dope, man, to see Dante Thornton just really out there shining right now. I'm excited to see what this kid can do in his rookie season, man. Really high on him. This is going to be a fun ride on the offensive side of the ball. Also, Pete Carroll spoke about Malcolm Kuntz, did say that they need him. They need him a lot this year. They're expecting big things from him. He did speak at the presser as well. He says, you don't realize how good it is until it's taken away from you. Talking about the game of football. He is fired up to be back. This is coming from Jesse Merrick over on Twitter as well. Jonah Lalu at the presser. One thing that changed a little bit is the confidence in myself. This is great because Once again, I believe he was on a practice squad last year with the Colts. We picked him up, brought him over. He played a ton for us. Confidence is key at the NFL level, just in football in general, especially for these young guys. If you can start building up some confidence, and hearing Max Crosby say he doesn't know how good he is just yet, Patrick Graham praising him, Rob Leonard praising him, Pete Carroll praising him. This is what you need out of a guy that we expect to play a ton in the absence for Christian Wilkins. So great thing to see that he's starting to build his confidence up in year 2. He's definitely going to play a big role on that defensive line this upcoming season. Devin White on Max Crosby. It's hard to outwork him. You're not going to beat him. This is facts. Max is the hardest working man in football. Clear cut. The end. Devin White, this is funny as well. This is coming from Jesse Merrick, was real complimentary of Ashton Jeanty, but he said he's yet to route him up. So there was a little back and forth there because Jeanty said something not too long ago about his coming to NFL moment was with Devin White out there running his mouth talking shit. So it's good that there's kind of like a little sibling rivalry right there between our linebacker Devin White and our rookie running back Ashton Jeanty. It's going to be exciting to see that battle as camp goes on. Devin White, I feel comfortable, I feel healthy, I feel thankful, and I feel hungry. Said he's got to prove it to the world now. Once again, he's been down and out these past few seasons. Couldn't stick on with Philadelphia, didn't play it down for them. Went to Houston last season, I believe played in 7 games. Didn't play at a high clip. Had a nasty injury that he had to, I think he had an injury, right? I forgot what injury. What was Devin White dealing with, you guys? I want to see what that injury was. Let me see. I know he's had a sprained MCL, okay, tonsillitis, a foot injury, and an ankle injury. So, and then he had a non-contact left ACL tear in OTAs last year that caused him to pretty much miss a ton of football. So there's that. So, yeah, he's dealt with some things as well. So, and then let me see. I want to go over this again. We talked about Adam Butler and his presser. He also said that he sees a lot of himself in Jonah Lalu, which is dope because Adam Butler has been playing at a high clip, and we can only hope that Jonah Lalu, we can get somewhat anywhere comparable in terms of production that Adam Butler's given us as of late. Adam Butler said he got pissed about his situation and changed his attitude. He wanted to prove he's more than just a third down player. Said he got pissed about the situation. Okay, that was Jesse Merrick typed it twice. So what else? Talked about this. Pete Carroll said that Devin White, Jamal Adams, and Greedy Vance are guys who really caught his eye once the pads came on. We're counting on Malcolm to be a big factor. Expect a lot out of him this year. Also mentioned Tyree as well. Pete really seems to like what Tyree is bringing to the table. Once again, Jack Besh, they're really high on this guy. I know Tom McMahon spoke about him as well. His special teams, his physicality. Jack really played well yesterday. This is coming from Pete Carroll at his presser. He blocked well. This is why I kept talking about him so much during the draft process, you guys. His blocking ability, his route running ability. He's just a full package at the wide receiver spot. He caught the ball in traffic. I think it was obvious he's one of those guys. He's got that feel. He's got the sense. He can play the game. And then I know LV mentioned that Alex Bachman potentially got hurt, but Pete Carroll did say he's been making a lot of plays at camp. I'm not ignoring that. He's been a real tough guy to cover. Dude is crazy shifty. And then we talked about the JT Woods praise as well. Said he fits the mold of the position that they like, another rangy guy. So there you have it, you guys. Pretty much from camp today. Seems as though everybody's leaving pretty healthy, which is good. Day 2 of the pads, I'm already seeing a ton of injuries around the league. Malik Neighbors hurt his shoulder today. I'm hearing that it's not that bad. But they said that Tyler Guyton tore his ACL. Thank God it wasn't true. It looks like there was a fracture in his foot. He'll miss probably, I think, 4 to 6 weeks or something along that line. So players are getting injured already across the board in the league. So it's good to see that we're pretty healthy here day 2 with the pads on. Let me see. Am I missing anything in the chat? Want to make sure I don't disrespect any of my people. Salute to Snake Fist. Agree with you, Graphk. Linebacking core has gone from a weakness to a strength. Yes, I agree with you, brother. I agree with you, man. You know, there's a mix of veteran leadership and youth in the building. And guess what? Tommy Eichenberg, Amari Gaynor, Lindenberg, and those guys can learn a ton from Jalen Smith, even though I don't have Jalen Smith making this roster at all. But Landon Roberts, who Pete Carroll continues to praise and pretty much says that he's the one to set the tone, at that linebacking spot. So I'm expecting Landon to play a ton for us this year. And those other veteran guys, Devin White and all those dudes, I'm expecting this to be a fun unit to watch on this defense, man. Raider gang, I didn't hear anything today, but I've heard nothing but great things about Darian Porter. They like him a lot. I know Dante beat him, I believe, yesterday for that long touchdown that he got. But I've heard nothing but good things about him. Players at the presser have praised him. Who was talking about him yesterday, you guys? I forgot. I'm kind of having a brain fart right now about, man, this is like only his second year. I think it was Eric Stokes that mentioned that he's looking great out there and he's brand new to the position and so on and so forth. I'm hearing good things. And from what I'm hearing, if they were to name starters right now, it would be Porter on the boundary, at least taking one of those spots, with Stokes and potentially DCAM fighting for that other starting spot. So, Jonathan, it's got to be Ashton Genty. Genty, for sure. Genty, I would love to get a Jack Best jersey, for sure. And, if they make some Dante jerseys, man, I got to go grab one for my guy. Got to support my guy Dante. So, potentially three of them. Potentially three. It's got to be Genty, the offensive guys, man, the skill players, the Gentys, the Dantes, and the Beshes of the world, for sure. But if Porter shows up, hey, man, I've been waiting to get another corner jersey. It's been forever since I've been able to get a Raiders cornerback jersey. I just always go back to my guy, Charles Woodson. It's kind of tough to trust any of these guys. I wanted to get a Jack last season. Thank God I didn't do that. He's a Dolphin now. You know what I mean? So I'm waiting to get another corner, another jersey. Yeah, Brandon, man, it sucks. And he's out there playing with the Carolina Panthers now, I believe. Yeah, freight train. This is facts. Facts plus tax. Get some questions in, you guys. Salute to the 800 plus people here in the building. As always, make sure you guys wipe them feet. That means get those likes up and also hit that subscribe button if you guys are not subscribed yet. I appreciate you guys every single time showing up and showing out for the show. Appreciate you a ton. Is Bennett struggling? I'm not hearing that he's struggling. It can be a measurable thing. He's a little shorter than what Pete Carroll likes out of his corners. DCAM 6'2", Porter, 6'3", 6'4", you know what I mean? Stokes, 6'3", I believe. So, I'm assuming that he just kind of doesn't fit the billing of what Pete Carroll likes out of his guys. He even mentioned JT Woods, and I think JT Woods is 6'2", I believe. I think he's 6'2". 6'2", yeah. So he kind of fits the billing more, that prototype Pete Carroll type guy. But I'm not giving up on my guy Jacorian just yet, y'all. I'm just not. I'm not. He's too good of a player. The speed element, he's in tremendous shape right now. I'm excited to see what Jacorian can find his mark on this defense this year. Let me see. I've heard that he was out there getting some reps, some special team reps, Dangerfield. So I think that Laube was already, and I think that, most people can agree that he was already kind of battling it out with one of those, Zeus or Sincere, whoever it is, for one of that last running back spot. And I don't think it's Sincere at all. So I was assuming it was going to be him and Zamir battling for that last spot. I mean, Dylan has come on this show and said it several times, you guys, that he's going to be trying to find his way on this team through special teams. And then hopefully he can get some reps at the running back spot as well. So, but he was out there returning kicks. You know what I mean? So I think LV told me yesterday that Dante was getting some reps and Dylan was getting some reps. So I know that they want to see Tommy Malott potentially out there in special teams, returning some kicks as well. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm rooting for my guy, Dylan, man. I'm rooting for my guy. Hopefully he can find his footing through special teams and then maybe get some reps there at the running back spot as well. Salute to my brother Qua in the building. Salute, soldier. What are you making out of Meredith getting mad reps with the ones? I think the big CB will win the day. I think this is a thing where, once again, I said it on yesterday's show and today, Qua. that, they want to prepare just in case, they have to go to their emergency backup center, that Meredith has, doesn't have communication issues with Geno Smith. This is year one with Geno in this system with Chip Kelly, and year one with the Raiders. So I think that they want to kind of go back and forth a little bit, and Geno can find, some communication with both these guys. I think that this is JPJ's job, period. And I know they're high on Jordan Meredith. It sounds like they're high on Parham and Kappa at the guard spots as well. So maybe this is just them trying to get Meredith as involved as possible and get some reps wherever they can get them. But I don't have Meredith starting at the center spot at all. And I'm going to tell you this. If somehow, some way, he wins that starting center spot, he better be an all-pro in year one. Yeah, I said it. He better just be playing out of his body, out of his mind. He needs to be a superstar in year one, the UDFA Jordan Meredith. Because if they move JPJ back to the guard spot after playing a ton at the center position yesterday, where that O-line started to get better, nasty. But once again, I'm not looking too much into this. I just think they're trying to get Meredith some reps and build some chemistry once again with Geno Smith. And Meredith's probably going to get those reps in preseason as well at the center spot. Him, Will Putnam, and a few other guys may get some looks. But maybe they're getting him ready to play against Seattle, the Niners, and Arizona week 3 in the preseason to kind of get him, accustomed to the center spot. You see. Great minds, bro. Got to prepare Meredith place. There you go. That's exactly what I just said. Salute to my brother Graham Cam, man. One of the my fathers, my dog. That's a lot to put on Jacorian Bennett's jacket. You know what I mean? I don't want to put those kind of expectations on a Jacorian Bennett. Earl Thomas is Earl Thomas. I just want to I just want Jacorian to make this roster. And we can go from there. If he doesn't start, great. If he does start, great. But it's clear cut that Pete has his guys and that he's high on his guys. If Jacorian goes out there and makes some plays, y'all, he can find himself a starting spot. Pete wants people, they want him to compete, right? Well, whoever plays the best out here in training camp and preseason, they'll win those spots. Jacorian still has every chance under the sun, you guys, to make this roster and potentially steal one of those starting spots. So it is what it is. Facts. Definitely. DCAM definitely has those tools. Facts. You ain't never lied. Salute. Got almost 900 people here in the building. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you are not subscribed yet, what are y'all waiting on? Hit that subscribe button. Let me see. Let me get a few more questions in. Yes, Cam Miller is still with us. I heard someone picked him up. Must have been dreaming. You were definitely dreaming. ITK. Cam Miller is a Raider right now. And he'll probably, more than likely, find himself on the practice squad where these guys can develop him behind the scenes, and they'll run with Geno and Aiden. So, because I'm hearing Aiden's looking really good out there as well. So my hot take of Cam finding a way to win that quarterback 2 spot is dying every day, you guys. It's dying a miserable death every single day. So, but we'll see. Punchy, man. You love to see it. You love to see it, man. Hey, look, man, when you go back and look at AOC's story, you know what I mean? Like, look, he's never turned down a fight. He's always battled, everywhere that he's went, finding a way on the Purdue, being one of the least favorable quarterbacks in that room to being a starter out there and playing at a high clip to becoming, an NFL quarterback and a starter at that. So, salute to him. Salute to MTV Jr., my dog. What is your comfort level with Wilson having a bigger role at DT? I love it. I love it, man. I'm here for it. This is a guy that is going to have to rotate in and out all season long for his MTV. Injuries do occur. He's going to have to play a ton on the edge. He's going to have to play a ton at the 3 technique and all across that D-line. So I'm loving that he's getting more reps there, defensive tackle. I trust Rob Leonard to develop him. I trust the guys, Malcolm Kuntz and Max, to continue to put their arms around him and help develop him on the edge. I'm excited. Look, man, if Tyree can find a way to not leave the football field, that's what you want out of a top 10 pick, right? A guy that we thought could be a dude. And it just hasn't really – it started to get better last year as the season progressed. But if we can find a way to keep him on the football field and not have to, put him on the sideline, I'm here for it. I want to see him play a ton of defensive tackle, and I want to see him rotate in and out there on the edge a lot this year. Versatile players get paid in abundance. They get paid in a lot. And, we get an opportunity here soon to pick up his 5th-year option. And then we can kind of, look and see if we're going to give him a major extension. But if he could play on the interior and on the edge a ton, I'm excited to see what we have with Tyree moving forward. Everybody knows who I wanted in that draft. It's not, I'm not hiding from it, but I'm hoping that this guy can get it together here in year 3. You got to check out my Christian Wilkins film breakdown I did last night, bro. Oh, I got to check it out. I did not see it. Salute to my brother, Big Mike Raider, man. Yo, we got to get our show together for this week, brother. Is it Thursday or Friday? Let me know, and I'll definitely set it up. Salute to my brother, Big Mike Raider. If you guys are not subscribed to him yet, make sure to go subscribe to my brother. Let me see. I like our young DTs. Yeah, man. Once again, Jonah Lalu, balling out there. I haven't heard a ton, though, up to this point about our rooks. I haven't heard too much about JJ Pegues. Have not heard a ton about Tonka Hemingway. All the talk at the defensive tackle spot thus far has been Jonah Lalu, Tyree when he's there in the interior, and then I've heard some Fotu talk as well. So I'm waiting to hear more about Tonka and more about JJ Pegues. So we'll see. Friday for sure. Okay, Big Mike. Send me the time, bro, and I'll set it up today. Let me see. And I love that those guys are playing indoors today, man, because it is hot as hell, y'all. I don't know what in the hell is going on with my green screen, y'all. Like, I'm really, really Terminator-ish. This is, like, wild to me. I got to get this shit together, man. 2451. Let us know when you come to SAC again. I'll be home soon. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Definitely. Definitely. Let me see. He said I had trouble sleeping after seeing Big Mike's video. Yo, that's hilarious. That is hilarious, man. But yeah, you guys, once again, we talked about the presser. I didn't want to do a crazy long live today, hour and a half, 2 hours. There wasn't a ton that came out of Henderson today. We talked about every single play pretty much. There you go, Dan. The Graphinator. The Graphinator. I want to look at one more thing real quick, y'all. We talked about the presser, Lalu, Kuntz, Pete Carroll, Adam Butler and company. Let me see. I'm trying to see something real quick, y'all. Talked about the Devin White situation. Talked about Adam Butler and what he had to say about Christian Wilkins and JPJ. Talked about the Pete Carroll presser. We talked about everything. Talked about it all. Let's see. He's the Doxinator. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Jonathan. It's coming. There's a Raider bar out there. I forgot what it's called. I've been invited a few times. So when I get home, I'm definitely going to go out there and check it out and probably try and do a live watch party or two out there back home in SAC. Salute to Daz, man. My guy in the building. Between you, Wasted a Hammer, I cannot get enough of the content. Been a Raider fan. Been a Raider fan since the early 70s, and y'all make me believe again. Go Raiders. I appreciate you, my brother. Well, do me a favor, man. Since you mentioned, Hammer, Wasted, and myself, go check out Big Mike as well. He's a part of Shieldmore, and he puts on great content as well. So check out my brother, Big Mike Raider over there as well on YouTube. I forgot, man. I totally forgot what it's called. I've got invited a few times, but I wasn't back home during it. Damn, what is it called? I got to look it up. But I believe it's out there in Citrus Heights somewhere. I think it's in Citrus Heights. Let me see. And there you go. Big Mike's channel is right there. Get a few more questions in, y'all, before I get out of here. Yeah, me too, Ron. Definitely hyped. I go take my sons to the pool. I got a little bit more spring cleaning to do around the house. Just got done taking my dog for a walk. Go finish my workout. Got a ton going on today. Yo, I live out in Rockland. Mark, let me know. I'll come tap in. For sure. All aboard is stupid. I've never been so excited to watch a 9 to 10 win season in my life. Yo, come on, brother. Come on, brother. Come on, man. Hey, look, anything's better than 4-13. Anything is better than 4-13. CGR says, great show. Appreciate that fire content. Salute to my guy, man. Salute to my guy. I think it's shenanigans. DeMarcus, yep, it's shenanigans. There you go. Definitely. ITK, we talked about that a ton. I don't want to talk too much about the Christian Wilkins situation again. There's just more information that is probably going to come out soon, and it's going to sound absolutely insane. I don't know. Yeah, we'll just stay tuned. Hopefully, it doesn't come out. Hopefully, everything is just settled indoors, in-house, and they can move on. Wilkins goes his way. We go on our way. We get our guaranteed money back, and we'll just act like Christian Wilkins was never here. So, yeah, Ron, 9 more days, I believe. Raiders, Seattle. Content. Sue's my guy, man. Yes, sir, Draz. Or Daz, I appreciate you, brother. Troy, this is what I had to say about it. I said it earlier on the show. Him saying that means that there's way more to this story than originally put out there. So that's it. You know, Adam Scheffner and Pat McAfee, that was like a jab. That is not the story. It's not. A kiss in the forehead is not going to have, even though that's weird as shit, but there's more to the story than that. Once again, and I've been told by numerous people, I think that's Christian Wilkins people trying to clean up the mess. You know, once again, and I believe somebody put it out there that I think Intel put it out there that Chef and Christian Wilkins have the same agent. So I don't find it a coincidence that they're out there trying to clean it up. So, but it's not just that. There's more to it. So, and you know, nobody knows better than Adam Butler, right? He's in that building. He's in that same position group. He's in that room. So we'll see. Been bad, my brother. I appreciate you, man. Yes, definitely. I'm hoping and praying, man. You know, my brother Stu is not picked up. I know he's got a lot going on right now. You know, and they're doing a ton. The Raiders reached out to me actually yesterday. They were a little worried about him because they seen my tweet and they thought that something bad had happened to Stu. And I'm like, no. Stu is in good health. He's okay. You know, his father passed unexpectedly. So I let them know because they were trying to get a hold of him for the past week. For the alumni party that's coming up, I believe they were trying to reach out to him about that. So I got to say this too. And the Raiders are so good at taking care of their alumni guys. When I went out there with Stu to his mother's funeral in February, the Raiders sent this big gift basket. They're just so good on taking care of their own. That's one reason why I love being a Raider, man. It just is more than just being a fan, a player. It's a DNA thing, man. It's definitely just different. So I guarantee they were probably just trying to get a hold of him to send him a care package, and they wanted to see if they could help him with anything. So the Raiders, man, top-notch organization. Y'all can say whatever you want about this team. I'm not ever going to buy into any of that bullshit. Ever. Just not. Greatest organization in sports when it comes to making sure that their alumni and their players and all these guys are taken care of. Simple and plain. So let me see. That's what I had all aboard. I had 3-3 in the AFC West, beating every team once, losing every team once. So, and I had us, you said Bears, Browns, Pats. I had us losing one of those games. I had us beating the Bears, beating the Pats, and I had that Browns game as a kind of like a bringing us back down to reality type of game. I could be wrong, though. I mean, we could definitely beat the Cleveland Browns, but that was a team that I'm like, maybe we're just a little too confident there, and they come in and they find a way to beat us. But we shall see. I had us at 10-7 all aboard. I had us at 10-7, potentially 11-6 if we could find a way to go 4-2 in our division. So, but yeah, man, other than that, man, salute once again to everybody here in the building. Still almost 900 people Wipe them feet on the way out, you guys. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are not subscribed yet. And as always, I love and appreciate every single one of you. Salute to all the new members in the building. If you guys want to, on the way out, become a member. Hit the link. It's pinned up top. Once again, it definitely helps us keep the lights on. Salute to the greatest chat in YouTube history. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon wherever you guys are. We will see you tomorrow for Coffee and Convo at the regular time, you guys. Regular time tomorrow, covering training camp, and then we'll be back, I believe, Friday with Big Mike. So you got the Big Mike show. I believe we have the Sanjit show coming up. I know me and Hammer's going to do something else, and then you'll get a Graphk and Wasted show again before the week is up as well. So stay tuned for that. Salute to my brother Johnny Wade. Yeah, sorry to hear about Stu's dad. Condolences, man. And once again, you guys, if you guys can, go flood the comments on Stu's Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Let him know how much we love him. Let him know how much we appreciate him. And send your condolences, man, because he can definitely use it, man. My brother just lost his mother and his father in the last 5 to 6 months, you guys. It doesn't get any more rough and any more difficult than that. Outside of the typical father activities and then dealing with his own shit. You know what I mean? Like, this is a rough time for our brother, man. So make sure you guys jump over there and show him some love. Salute to you, man. Appreciate you, Wade. I'll see you at the Indianapolis game, my brother. Appreciate you guys. As always, I'm out of here. One.